Hello everyone, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading. Today I'm going to do a very requested one that it's a tarot reading about Sandera Park. I believe she was a 21 that is a K-pop group former member, and she had been requested a lot, especially a lot of people wanting to know about her relationship with GD, with G Dragon. But I felt more drawn actually to do an individual reading for her because from what I think I read yesterday that she was leaving YG. And I think that she had been part of the company for I believe it's 17 years or so. So she must be going through a major transformation. So I wanted to dive in a little bit in her energy and see what she has available for her energy in a possible near future. So let's start with talking about her energy. I was looking for her birth chart, and from what I could see, like a small glimpse where I could see, she she's a Scorpio sun with the moon in Gemini, and she also had a lot of planets in Sagittarius, from what I could remember. So it's interesting. So let's dive in a little bit. For example, if I wanted to refer to this, for example, just taking the sun and the moon, that for me are really important when it comes to someone's personality. It's really interesting to see someone that is a Scorpio with a moon in Gemini, because actually a Scorpio people tend to be really secretive, and they really are very possessive of their own intimacy. They don't like to share much about themselves. They are very observant people. They just take time. For them it's not easy to open up. They don't just go around and trust people. So nevertheless, when you have like a moon in Gemini, somehow your inner world actually is this energy that pushes you to socialize and to actually build networks, and to build some kind of interactions with people, probably having really interesting conversations with people, also being really curious and also wanting to experience a lot of different things and learning about different things. So she probably is, there must be like some kind of like inner struggle in her, between her actually emotional needs and the energy, the scorpionic energy, that is very protective of her own energy and of her own identity. I think that a Scorpio, it's a very profound energy. And of course, we do have some Scorpios that they are very nice, they are very open, and they are sociable. So I think that with this configuration of energies that she has, and I believe that her Mercury is also in Sagittarius, so she could be potentially a very different kind of Scorpio, female. Like, for example, she could have this strong charisma or this strong magnetism about her, but actually, I don't see her like having that mysterious or introspective or very profound once you get to know her for real. I think that with that moon in Gemini, probably she is very flexible when it comes to her moods and her character. So probably she's always like changing, like going through roller coasters of different moods and different ways of feeling. So, and also being really intellectual about what goes on with her. I have the feeling that maybe if she gets into a period in her life where she feels a bit stressed, or she feels a bit uncomfortable, she could be very talkative, in the sense that she could like nervously like overthink about things, and maybe like to talk, to try to put into words or try to express in some way what she's going through, which is not very Scorpio like, because Scorpio tends to battle everything in until they explode. So, but I believe that for her, maybe she could be a bit more open to share her experience, and I believe that that could also give her like some kind of flexibility to her energy, and also that she could be really funny, like really like very like hilarious, like she having like this weird sense of humor. So I maybe fans or people that actually know her, maybe they can like maybe tell me if this is correct, because I don't know much about her. So let's go with the archetype cards that came up for her. She got the card of the engineer, the father, and the hermit. So these are very strong archetypes, in the sense that they all have some kind of power, in a sense. For example, in this engineer, it means that you tend to find like very rational solutions for everyday problems. So she could, with this potential moon in Gemini energy, she could be really good at, for example, building things, or maybe like she could be really good at mathematics, at math, and she could have like this really like very logical and intellectual kind of brain, which, like I said, is very contradictory to actually Scorpio nature, that Scorpio tend to be very emotional, not very logical, or not rational. So, but I think that in this sense, what this engineer card is talking to me actually about this very strong intelligence that she has. That probably she's really good at studying or at learning new things. It's like she's a quick learner, and probably that she does have like a very like profound curiosity about learning how machine works, or maybe how the processes of creation are built. And also with being a moon in Gemini, also you are really good with communications. So probably if she works for example as an MC, or as a spokesperson, or probably, I don't know, like being an actress, like memorizing lines and stuff, she could be really good at that. A good and very deep memory, like very agile mind. And with the father figure here, it says that definitely there's a sense of really wanting to be a very stable figure for other people to depend on her. I think that there's something about her that she really tries really hard to be a good example for others, or maybe to be a role model for others. It's like she's always paying attention to everyone around her. And probably she may not be very emotional, I mean, in the sense that she may not be expressive, but actually she may have this kind of gestures where she could be really helpful to others, or maybe being like really attentive, in the sense that she could pay attention to every move you make, and in a moment she notices that you need assistance or that you need help, she could probably be there to help you somehow. So, but with this father figure, I have the feeling that there's a bit of masculine energy in her also, with these archetypes. There's like this a very strong sense of duty, like she has to be correct, or like she has to behave a certain way. So I don't know if maybe in her family they were very strict, or they had like very traditional, or she had a very influential like father figure that actually maybe like didn't teach her about maybe the feminine ways, but it did teach her about values, about being a person of honor, or maybe having strong values and always keeping your word and trying to be very congruent between what you say and what you do, to be someone very trustworthy, to be someone that other people can depend on you somehow. So but I don't know where this sense of responsibility comes from, because I feel like it's not that she wants to actually be responsible for others, just that she was like somehow raised that way, which is a bit weird, because I have the feeling that this comes from very early years in her childhood. So I don't know if maybe she had like a very influential like father figure in her life, a very strong masculine figure, so she learned from this character. Because the other card is the hermit, so yes, she definitely like she can be very sociable, she can be really smart, and she can be really communicative. But there's this part, of course, let's not forget she's a Scorpio, so there's this part of her that sometimes she needs to get away from everything, especially because it's like her energy feels a bit drained sometimes. She feels like she cannot stand to be always surrounded by a lot of noises, and there's something about actually being famous, or there's something about being in the spotlight that actually makes her feel like she is being hypocrite. I don't know how to say it in English, like hypocrite, like she's not being faithful to herself. Like I think that maybe this part of her being in this industry where, well, appearance are important, and the whole process about you being famous, and you sometimes having to agree to do things or to hang out with people that you don't actually really like. I think there's a side of her that feels like she's betraying herself, or that she has somehow betrayed her really true values, or what she really considers as her own essence, in order to be part of the industry. Is like this is why sometimes she needs to get away from everything, because there's a lot of hypocrisy. Yes, there's a lot of fakeness, there's a lot of lies, a lot of deceitments, and a lot of backstabbing. So I'm saying backstabbing because I'm seeing the amount of swords that came out in a tarot reading, and I'm thinking about backstabbing. So and you know, for Scorpio, betrayal, it's something that they definitely is what they fear the most, and also is one thing that they cannot recover from. It's like once you betray them or you lie to them, they are just gone from your life. They just are, you are just dead for them. So they are this dramatic, yes. So I feel like maybe she is going through this period where she somehow has lost a lot of her essence, or maybe she has lost or sacrificed a lot of things about her deep, or maybe her more sensitive nature, in order to belong to this industry. Somehow she's now thinking that she needs to spend time on her own, and she needs to recover that. She needs some healing to do. But this has to do with actually with herself, with her own spirituality, with her own awareness, with her own soul journey. It's not something that has to do with other people. But at the same time, I feel like she blames herself a lot for putting up with so much. Like, so I don't know, I feel like I've had a feeling like in this overall reading that she's really disappointed at someone. And I have the feeling that she's really disappointed by the males in her life. Like everyone betrayed her or something like that. Or not that they betrayed her, she feels like a betrayal. But actually, I have the feeling that it's more like they didn't go through with what they promised. So for her, it's a serious matter. Probably, yes, it's a bit exaggerated, but that's the way she feels. So let's go with the tarot cards. She got the Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Death card, the Four of Swords, the of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So yes, I think that this actually herself like leaving the company is something that she had been like wanted for so long. I think that for her it feels like a victory. It feels like she did what she had to do when the time was right. She doesn't have any regrets. Actually, she doesn't feel like she was a victim of her circumstances. I don't know what I'm saying, victim, but this is the word that came out. Um, that I don't know why, but she doesn't want people to think that she was like a victim to her circumstances, or that somehow she didn't leave earlier because they held her hostage or something like that. Actually, this wasn't the case. I think that she feels like it wasn't a comfortable experience for her, but she did what she had to do, and it's like she kept her promise. So I don't know who she promised what, but it's like she stayed the until she decided that it was over. She decided to give her all, to keep her word, and she feels really like triumphant. She feels like this was a triumph. I think that of course there were moments where she wanted to quit, but she just, I don't know, there's something about money also here, so I don't know what this has to do, but this is something about securing her money actually, not like maybe having to leave earlier or maybe get out of this contract earlier and actually like because I don't think it's a contract, but it's like some kind of agreement. And she would have lost a bit of financial opportunities, so I don't know. And of course that she's going to be facing in the next months a lot of a process, a very deep process of transformation, which she knows that she has to do for herself, that is very needed for her soul, and she is very willing, she's very she's very willingly going to into entering into this new phase of transformation. I think that there was a part of her that really wanted things to stay the same, but actually then after seeing everything falling apart um, near her, she felt like, okay, I gotta get out of here because this situation or this place doesn't represent me anymore. So with the Four of Swords, I have the feeling that she will probably like go MIA for a few months. Like she will take her a time out. She will take a moment to actually like not being very active. Maybe she has other jobs or other gigs. She will try to finish them as soon as possible so she can take some time off because she needs it. She needs to cleanse herself, like spiritually, like energetically. I believe that she needs to get away from so much manipulation. I don't know why, but she was really surrounded by people that were really deceiving, and that but they were her friends, so I don't but this is what she was telling at first, like she doesn't want to be like, oh, look what she had to put up with. It's because she doesn't see it that way. She sees that this everything that happens in her life is about decisions, and she had always been in charge of making decisions. She had never been like uh like for example, if you see the car of the hangman, that is this person hanging upside down, and it's like this person could easily like untie themselves and actually set themselves free, but it's like this figure doesn't want to do it because they need to be upside down, they need to be tied tied up like this in order to see things from a different point of view. So I think that for her, even though deceitful people or traitors or people that are fake is not something that actually she enjoys being around these people. She understands that these people came into her life to teach her something about herself and about what she put up with all these years and why she put herself in these situations, or why she did what she did. I don't feel like she has any regrets actually, but it's like I think that there's something that eventually is going to be revealed. That is like this is why she thought that maybe now is the right moment to step out. Because here with the Three of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Hierophant, and the Eight of Swords, I'm thinking like she knows one thing or two about the company, and I believe that everyone that is in there knows somehow, but it's like I believe that she has a lot of information and she knows a lot of secrets because she had been like some kind of confidant to other people. But it's like now she is like she's washing her hands off the matter. She's like, okay, if justice come, or if one day the truth comes out, I don't want to be involved in this. It's like she wants to stay as professional as she was. Like she sometimes had to hear things that she didn't agree. I mean that she was like shocked by what she learned or what she heard, that she didn't share those kinds of point of view or maybe opinions or maybe ways of doing things, but actually she just stayed there because she was doing her job, she was working. But it's like all of a sudden maybe she heard some rumors, maybe she saw a lot of things coming, and it's like she tried to stay away from it, and she always tried to stay busy. It's like I don't know what jobs or what other gigs or what she does besides having been part of 21, but I have the feeling that she was like, yes, this like she, because she's also very perceptive, so there were things that some people confessed to her, there were some things that she heard from afar, and there were other things that just happened near her or in front of her, so she was like, oh, I gotta get back to work. It was like a way of coping with the situation, like getting herself like busy. um and now she feels like especially people in power or people that are being like they're the CEOs or maybe the people that are handling the legal matters or stuff, that these people are not professional, and that these people are probably like messing up a lot. So I think that she wants to get away from this as soon as possible, but I have the feeling that she has like a, I'm not saying that she had like a relationship with someone like a CEO or something like that, but because I see the High Priestess and the Hierophant really close, it's like someone of power was very like close to her and he confided things to her. So but she never had feelings for this person because I don't see like a romance, but somehow this person like told her things that she knew it wasn't right, but she didn't, she just was being professional, like being really like detached from the situation. So I don't know, but I have the feeling that she knows that like these actions are going to have their consequences. So maybe true is going to come out. So this is why she wants to stay away. Because with the Knight of Swords, and I think that she will just go away and she will just concentrate in her own prosperity and in her own abundance and in her own value. I have the feeling that that she just wants to just in this month she just wants to gather everything that she had maybe earned or maybe everything that she had worked for, and just concentrate on those things, and actually thinking about how maybe to invest or do some kind of deal, which I think that she should be very careful with what she does with the money, or what she invests in, because with this seven, the last card that came out is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, it gives me like some kind of robbery, or like someone is going to deceive her somehow. Like maybe they will be like, oh yes, like we are paying you this, or we are giving you this, and actually they are paying less, they are paying her less money, or maybe they are like robbing her, like actually like set a trap for her. So I think that she will definitely need to be with this Knight of Swords. Actually, I have the feeling that she, since she's very intelligent, she definitely knows that she has to be smart when it comes to about money, or when it comes to about reclaiming, or actually being very active when it comes to her share or her part. So I see her like defending her assets, or her income, or her, or what she has to her money, what she deserves. But I think that she needs to probably get a lot of advice from maybe lawyers or other people from the industry, because there's something here about like maybe money like being like slowly like losing money, or maybe like there's something about that she needs to be really careful about money, especially because there's a potential like that she won't get what she actually deserves. So but she's really smart and she's really clever, and I think that she somehow is prepared. It's like she knows it's going to be that something is going to happen. It's like she knows it, so that somehow is going to affect the fluency of money, or maybe if she has to, I don't know, she has to like get a check, and she has to like get the money of the check. Actually, like there's going to be some delay in the process, you know, like. So I think that she's ready. She's ready because she knows she has to be really sharp and really fast, and not let herself be fooled. So yes, this is all I see for her. But thank God she's facing this transformation and this new moment in her life, that I think that she saw it coming, and it was something that she knew she would have to enter this new phase, probably a phase of being more free, more herself. But it's like she did what she had to do. She's very professional, but at the same time she doesn't forget, and she doesn't forgive easily. So I don't know what is it about, but definitely she knows that karma is going to come for some people of that company. So I'm going to leave it guys here. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.